Hi, I'm Glenn Stewart. I've been involved with the Baystate Marathon for over 20 years now. I started out as one of the course captains. That's a person who takes care of one section of the course. And I progressed from that to being course director actually the following year. And that's in charge of all of the course in terms of all of the volunteers that are out there on the course, all the supplies that get put out and such. And I've also been the race director, and this year, once again, I'm the race director again. So you'll see me around. It's a good thing I'm retired because being race director is a pretty much full-time job. What actually brought me to Baystate was that in the year 2000 and 2001, I was trying to qualify for Boston. And in 2001, I ran Baystate, and I was not particularly happy with the organization and how the race went. So I kind of made a few comments, and the race director at the time said, well, if you can do a better job, why don't you come and give it a try? And so I did, and that's basically how I got involved. And I've been involved with Baystate ever since that time. Um, One of my goals, obviously, was to qualify for Boston, which I suspect is a lot like most of you that are watching this. You're running Baystate because you want to eventually run the Boston Marathon, and you need a race where you can qualify and have a good chance of running a BQ and then getting into Boston. Um, for me, I had just started running in my 50s. I'm in my 70s now. And when I started running, my mother would always ask me, are you going to run the Boston Marathon? Because she grew up only a block basically off of the main course. So she watched that her whole life as a youngster, watching on Brookline Avenue as the runners came down. So for her, none of my running accomplishments meant anything other than the fact that I ran Boston, which I did eventually get to do by qualifying at Baystate. So I'm sure that a lot of you have an experience that's very similar to that. Um, Most people don't believe me, but when I started out running, I couldn't even run one simple mile without having to walk. Um, but I've always been attracted to the idea of trying to run the marathon and running Boston, as I mentioned, because of my mom. Um, and then over the years, I got better at it. And eventually, like I say, I did qualify for Boston, and I've had a few other running accomplishments as well. The thing I like the most about running is that it's the one thing where you don't really have to be talented. What you have to have is the determination and the will to put in the work. And so that's a good thing for me because I'm not really talented as a runner, but I do put in a lot of work. And that's helped me out over the years. So that's the great thing about running. You can achieve great things if you're willing to make the effort. You've probably seen me, if you've run Baystate before, you've probably seen me around. Because like I say, I've been involved with over 20 years, and I'm usually at the finish line, at least for part of the race, often walking around through the back area and in the front, walking up to runners, asking them how you did. Did you accomplish your goal? To me, that's the most important thing. Did you accomplish your goal? And I get back that, oh yeah, I had a great day. I ran a PR or I ran a Boston qualifier. And there's nothing more gratifying than hearing people say that. And it justifies all of the hard work that goes in for the many months that we put in before Baystate. So I wish all of you the best. I hope that we're able to give you a good show and put on a good race for you.